bet you're wondering, what do we do if this minute hand is not pointed right at one of these numbers? You might have also noticed that when I was going around and telling the times, like here I'll say it's 2:15, 2:20, 2:25. Well, what about all the numbers in between? Well, we can tell time with all those numbers too and get really specific. I know you guys like to know exactly what time it is. It's important to know exactly what time it is. Sometimes we're maybe at the movie theater waiting for a movie to start, and we wonder how many more minutes till the movie starts. Well, maybe it's only 2 more minutes. That's good to know that it's only 2 minutes. You wouldn't want to only be able to tell minutes by fives, because that wouldn't tell you a specific tiny amount of time. So we can think about it like this. This would be, so here we're at 3 o'clock. If I move it just 1 minute, it's 3:01, 3:01. I move it another minute and it's 3:02 or 3:02. We usually, when we're telling time, we say 02 or 03. Now it's 3:03, 3:04, 3:05. How about way down here? I'm gonna go past 25 and I'm gonna go 3 notches past 25. What time is it now? Did you say 3:28? That's right, and look, we're three notches past, we have 2 minutes left until 3:30, so we know that's right. So today we're gonna practice telling time with some more specific seconds that'll give us a really exact time. If we wanted to be super specific, we could even say how many seconds between the minutes we are. But I don't know if we're gonna get that specific because I can't really show you on here. But have fun working with those clocks today. Let's practice with some times, writing them between the analog clock and digital. How would we represent the same time, digitally or analog? Let's go here. Okay, so we're gonna start by looking at the hour. It's after 2, so that means we are in the 2 o'clock hour, and I can count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. Do my colons, 27. Now my clock here doesn't tell me whether it's AM or PM, so I might just think about it. Is it the afternoon right now, or is it the middle of the night? It's probably the afternoon if we're awake, so this would be 2:27 p.m. What about if my cat woke me up in the middle of the night and I was asleep, and this is what the clock tells me? So the hand is pointing to just about to the 4, but it's not quite reached the 4 yet. And I see that the minute hand is not yet at the 12, which means it's not yet in the 4 o'clock hour. I'm still in the 3 o'clock hour. And let's go around and see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. 3:54. Now I told you my cat woke me up in the middle of the night here. So is it AM or PM? 3:54, is that AM, the middle of the night, or PM, the middle of the day? Well, if I was sleeping and my cat woke me up, it was probably 3:54 AM, which means it was kind of in the middle of the night. Now I want to show you a trick here too. When I look at my clock, I'm really close to, I could count by 5s like I did and come around here and go 50 and then go 51, 52, 53, 54. Or I could see that I could jump up to the 55 and go 1 back. And that would be 54, right? So if I were right here, I know that there are 60 seconds in this, or 60 minutes in this hour. And so if I'm 2 minutes away from 60, 60 minus 2 is 58. So that would be the same as counting up to 55 and going 56, 57, 58. So that's another way we can approach it. I want to talk about one more way that people talk about time, because sometimes you'll hear people say, instead of talking about the minutes, they'll start saying things like half past or a quarter after. So every hour starts at the top. If I were to wait for somebody for half an hour, you know, maybe I'm waiting at the playground for my friend to show up and they're half an hour late. That means that it's been all this time. Half of 1 hour takes me all the way to the bottom, because a whole hour would be a whole turn around the clock. So a half an hour is half a turn around the clock. That's 30 minutes. So half past, this is, we see that we're between the 4 and the 5. You could say that this is 4:30, or you could say it's half past 4. You might also say, if it was 5:45, you could say it's a quarter of an hour until 5 o'clock. So if this from 12 to 6 is 1/2, halfway between that is a quarter. So you could say 3/4 of an hour, 1, 2, 3, past 4. But we don't say 3/4 past 4, we say a quarter until the next hour. So this one would be 4:45, someone might say. If it were this time, 5:15, we could say it's a quarter after 5. So there are many different ways we can talk about time, and those are some of them.